But we can't start without her, if she's a team captain.
Sure we can. I'll pick who I want. She can have leftovers.
You weren't gonna start picking teams without me, were you, Buns?
Whoa, you made this?
Yeah, it took me 2 weeks to get it perfectly stuffed.
Wow, this is amazing, Sarah.
Oh, thanks, Jenner.
No, thank you. Be quiet.
I didn't say anything.
So, how long a match are we playing? 3 game blocks?
Make it 10, and losers have to eat a bowl of boggle worms.
Whoa. The kind that glow?
The kind that glow. Toothy cow! I think he likes me.
I got bomb nubbled.
Quick.
Willie?
Podo?
You know, at some point, Poto, you're gonna have to let old Buzzer Willie off the hook.
It's not me, it's him.
And it was almost 50 years ago. Let bygones be bygones.
I'm an old man, Ferinia. All I got are me bygones.
Well, ain't that the truth? What can I get you, Poto?
I'll take the Torboro special.
You looking for bad news? Or worse?
Everyone excited for the festival tomorrow?
Dragon Day! I can't wait for the Sacky Tack races.
What's the news?
I've heard things, Podo. Dark things.
Oh, no one can fight the things.
No one can, or no one will.
We fought a Fang! Oh, we're in so much trouble.
Sea dragons. Oh, hello, lay below, hollow well, dark in the deep.
How does this child know this song?
He spoke.
Rumor is Black Carriage took 3 children in Dugtown last month.
They're taking children now? When does this nightmare end?
They took Sarah!
What happened?
The Fangs slurped the Black
Slow
Carriage!
down, boy.
Florid sword. They went to find the florid sword.
What's happening?
Wiggity, and don't the board. Run don't the oar.
Pete?
Oops, Arthur Wingfeather.
Protect them, Arthur.
Who is Espen Wingfeather?
Husband. Was your father.
No one gave orders to arrest you all. Zest my wagon up the road.
Arrest us? The children, too?
Fernia said the Black Carriage is coming tonight. After that,
We'll never see Mama and Grandpa again.
Agate Loop won't save you. Not when we know about the jewels of Anira. Why does the Mighty One continue to seek these jewels?
Would you question the wisdom of Nag the Nameless?
garrison of fangs is coming. You have to go. Hide. Run.
What are the jewels of Nira?
Your father was the High King of the Shining Isle. I was the Queen. You three are all that is left of that great kingdom.
The jewels of Anira.
Hey everybody, Chris Wall here. Good evening. Nice to see everybody. Happy New Year. I haven't seen anybody in quite a long time, but I'm executive producer and showrunner of the Wingfeather Saga animated series, and we have a fun night tonight. You guys have been so excited about season 2, and so have we, frankly. And tonight we finally get to break cover on a really fantastic new teaser trailer. So that's coming up real soon. We also have a really cool reaction video we got with our cast, our kids, that you're going to love. And a brand new poster, a new season 2 poster. So we have a lot in store. First off, I got to tell you, though, we have some super cool merch. Merchandise has been the coolest part of this experience. Getting to make stuff that, for me, as a fan of the story and of the books, and like a lot of you out there, I get to wear this around and Wingfeather Saga. I've heard of that, or I read it one time, and it's really cool. So this sweatshirt's one of those things. We have some new mugs that just showed up in the store, which are really beautiful. This is a Thags mug with a Wingfeather Saga logo on the back, cork. Very nice for various ones. But this one is probably one of my favorite mugs right here. It is a Creatures of Glipwood mug. Check that guy out. It is wide-based. Everything you drink in here will taste better, I've been told. So there you are. These are both in the store right now. And they come in these really nice boxes, and it's all very good stuff. So definitely go check those out. Right now, there is a Valentine's Day sale. And so there is some discounts on various items, including Sarah's locket. Some of you, if you've seen season 1 or read the Wingfeather Saga books, you know that there is a friend of Janner's named Sarah Cobbler. And so that figured into an important part of season 1. And we thought that'd be cool to make that available. That locket, by the way, comes with some a special card that you can make wet, and it will grow and smell beautifully of lavender. So that's cool, huh? But that one's on sale right now for Valentine's Day. You guys can go check that out. The official online store, wingfeathersaga.com/store. There's also some cool bundles. There's a little Squeeblin. Don't worry, that one doesn't bite or have sharp teeth. It's all just very fuzzy. And then a really cute quote book. If you love your Oscar in Ratip quotes, that's the book for you. And some cool stickers. We also have, you may have seen this in the store, but we also have the most amazing figurines ever. We are so excited about these. These come in a full set. You can get them. They're posable, so you can set your own interactions. We actually found out, Keith on our team, who we'll talk to later, figured out that you can actually get Slarb to grab Nugget and hold him in a pose, and it's quite intimidating. And of course, we have the rest of the kids. They're fantastic. They are really well done. We were, as a team, just blown away with the quality of these things. So they come on a cool base, but you can take them out and play freely if you want to. So check them all out. wingfeathersaga.com/store. All exclusive in the online store. So yeah, go check that out. I wanted to show you another thing. This has come up in conversation a few times, but we have a new map that is in the store. So I'm going to pull this up here because I don't know that many of you have seen this, but we created a new map of Scree. This is where the story begins to take place. And of course, we've begun our story here in Glipwood, right along the edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness. And we've been to the Gibby Cottage. We've seen Ankle Jelly Manor. We've seen Pete's Castle here. We've also made our way to Toraboro. And so we've seen a bit of this area. Season 2, we begin to travel, and we get to see some of these areas, including Dugtown and a particular factory. So pay attention to that. In this teaser, we're going to show you in a little bit. See if you can pick out some of the new areas that we're going to be going into. And of course, up here, we have the Ice Prairies. That's a part of Season 3. That's way down the road. But anyways, this map is super cool. Doesn't come on the board, but this map is in the store as well. If you haven't seen it, want to make sure everybody had seen that. Guess what the most popular item from holiday shopping last year was? I was shocked to discover this. The most popular item. Do you think it was those mugs? Do you think it was maybe the Ranger's Guide, the new companion book that Andrew wrote? This is really fun. No. Do you know what the number one best merchandise item? This green sweatshirt? Nope, not that either. Number one best item. Ready? DVD and Blu-ray. I was like, we shouldn't. Why do we make this? Who uses DVD? And it turns out everybody uses DVD and Blu-ray still. So this combo pack, which has some really fun commentary stuff from Andrew and myself, was by far the most popular item in the store, which is fantastic. I think like our family, you guys are probably similar, where you get something like this because you can own it. Like it's like, this is ours. And you know, streaming stuff's weird where you have a favorite show and it's not there anymore, a movie, and it goes away. But this thing is available exclusively right now in the Wing Feather official online store. So go check that out. There we go. Okay, so there's all of our latest merch. And I think the question comes up often, and I just have to say it again and again. Every time you go buy some merch, buy a cool sweatshirt, whatever that is, you're helping support Wing for the Saga making more episodes. So if you want season 2 to come faster, if you want season 3 to come faster, and so do we, help support the show. The show is free to watch, obviously, with Angel Studios, but these other activities are what help make that thing go. So go check out our store. There's lots of cool plush out there. There's lots of cool figurines, just a wide assortment now. I'm so proud of Brock Starnes and our team at Angel Studios for helping to make all this cool stuff available. We got some photos of the work they had to do during Christmas of all the shipping. It was crazy. A lot of boxes. But we're glad that a lot of you guys got that under your tree this year. Okay. You all came for something else, and that was to see a brand new teaser trailer. And I'm sure it's in the comments right now. You're just like, please, Chris, stop talking. Show me the goods. And don't worry, we're moments away. Our crew has been super hard at work on this, both making the show. We're going to talk a little about that in a minute. But the question comes up often, like, what have you guys been up to? Right? So we finished episode 6, the season finale of season 1 in March of last year, almost a year ago. And so what have we been up to? Well, I made a little note card for myself of what we've been up to. March last year, we began layout. Layout is where we first get to see in the computer how our animated stuff's going to move around. And in fact, I have a little clip I'm going to play for you here. Garrett, if you have that to spool up. This is what layout looks like.
In the words of Sir Rissy Claphorn, my word, but that is heavy. Think the maker.
So that is what layout looks like. You're seeing a split of both our storyboard panels, which is the initial drawings that our story artists make, and then layout. Layout is this foundational block for everybody to look at and figure out where the background paintings will need to fall into, and then, of course, what animation begins. So that was in March. We were starting on episode 1. By April, we were in layout of episode 2, and background painting had started for episode 1, and animation for episode 1. You're going to follow a pattern here, okay? So by May, background paintings for episode 2 began, and animation for episode 2 was already rolling by May of last year. In June, we started layout for episode 3 and backgrounds for episode 3 at the same time. And, sidebar, started our first writing retreat to start our season 3 writing. What? June of last year. 201 for assembly began in June of last year. So assembly is where animation is finished and the backgrounds are finished, and we put it all together and begin to see what the final image is going to be. By July of last year, we had layout for episode 4, animation for episode 3. By August, we were in layout of 5, background painting for 4, animation for episode 4. By September, we were at backgrounds for 205. The art of book released A lot of you guys have seen the art book. It's amazing. Assembly for 202 began in September of last year. We mixed our first episode September of last year. By October, we were doing animation for episode 5, layout for episode 6. By November, we were into layout for episode 7, background for episode 6, assembly for episode 3, mix episode 2 in November. That's what we were doing Thanksgiving. December, get ready for Christmas, animate 206, assembly for 204. By January, animating in 207, the season finale. Assembly starts in 205, mixed in 203, and then just last week, we were mixing episode 4, doing our final recording with Arcadian Wild for the score, the amazing score. You won't believe what you're going to hear late in season 2. And the background paintings are just about done for episode 7, which brings us to today. So we've been busy. It's been really busy. An amazing team. When we're at full tilt, we've got about 75 people working on the show. People all around the world who just love Wingfeather Saga. And so, with great care and attention, we have been working on this teaser trailer. It's the teaser. So this is meant to kind of tell you, here's what you can think about for season 2. Does it tell every plot detail, every character? No. Those of you that read the story is probably going to figure some things out. With that said, it is my great pleasure to unveil the Season 2 Wingfeather Saga teaser trailer. Enjoy.
All the old legends must have begun as ordinary days. Things that simply unfolded as someone went along. It was only afterward, once it was done, that it became... In the words of Vanguard the Scribe, more obvious. What I mean to say is, if I survive these times, perhaps it will be my lot to scribe what I've witnessed. A tale of legends come to life. Friends, assemble!
Anira is sacked and gone.
We can't stay here.
Bows ready! Shoot!
What do we do now, Papa?
We stand and fight.
Yes!
That was
hey!
Good. That was good.
I
liked it.
This is my good friend Keith Lengo.
Hello.
He is our CG production designer, and some amazing stuff you've helped us develop in there.
There's some fun stuff in there. It's it's just really setting the stage so that our artists can shine. Animators, assembly people, background painters, character sculptors, texture painters.
Yeah, because I mean, I think when Garrett drafted this teaser poster behind us, that's one of the first images we got, and it was like, can we actually get that right?
Yeah.
Can we actually make that happen? And you had to figure out how to make it come out of the computer that way.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of pre-built in the world for doing stuff realistically, because most people who are using game engines, we're using the Unreal game engine, and they're using stuff mostly for realism.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of solutions for realism. We're using more Painterly World, and there's not so many solutions for that. Like, we wanted water to look real. That's easy. Just kind of drop it in, and there's some pre-built solutions like, well, it looks like real water. That wouldn't work in our world. So we have to figure out, what does water look like in a painting?
And so we have that clip there. We can show that here, but there's a middle of the trailer where we see some waterfalls. And this was, I remember some of the first tests you did. It was like, wow, can we make that work? Can we get that type of, painterly, where it does feel like the painting is moving and alive. So Gary, I don't know if you can show that, but we've got some middle of the trailer, some shots of the bridge there and a waterfall pounding behind. And one of the things that I talked about from the story perspective is I really want to make sure that waterfall and the movement is angry, right?
Mm-hmm.
That it feels like it's dangerous, right? Now these shots here, like where it's right behind them and you're like, oh, this could really hurt us. Really did some compelling work for us. So, all right. So folks, if you've read the story I'm sure you know what part of the story that we're showing you there. And there's lots. Hey, listen, in the comments, don't spoil. If you guys have read the books, be careful because there's definitely some spoilers in that trailer.
Yeah.
For me, one of the favorite moments is seeing the waterfall and its movement and it coming to life. Put in the comments your favorite moment. That would be awesome. We'd love to read some of those here as we go through it. Which, by the way, we are going to have a Q&A time at the end. So don't worry. Save up your questions. We're going to get to them at the end. You can throw them in the comments now and we'll catch up with them later. But if you have questions about what you just saw in that teaser trailer, feel free to toss them in there. And we'd love to hear your favorites. For you, is there a favorite moment in that?
Janner alone, one-on-one with Jurgen.
With the dragon.
Oh, that gets me every time.
It's so cool.
Yeah, that gets
like,
me every
and
time.
it's one of those that was in the script that, like, it's one of the dream sequences, not to spoil, or vision sequence. I should have called dream. And it was just such an open, like, what could it be?
What could it be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as the animators are animating it, they're asking questions like, so where are they? I'm like,
exactly.
That's a good question. So is he in the water? No, but yes.
Right.
Kinda. Is he standing on the ground? Like, where? It's this weird liminal space that he's in. And it's that in between worlds where, you know, visions cross over.
Right.
So that
the
was
kind of dream vision space that a lot of us experience and is certainly a key part of the story, as you know, going forward, becomes a really important part of the story. We've seen this trailer a couple times,
a minute or two,
and we've shown it to a lot of folks around, our office and this kind of thing. And there are key moments for each person that kind of go, "Oh my gosh!" The Fork Factory, getting to see it finally. We hinted at it at the end of season 1. Now getting to kind of see, oh, that's what it's going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to see trolls. You know, the lots of ways you could do trolls, and so that was really fun, kind of figuring those guys out.
Mm-hmm.
There's a brief shot of a large critter that is called a rockroach. And if you've read the books, you're very familiar.
That was fun.
Yeah.
The rockroach was fun.
Yeah,
the little 10-year-old in me that loved monster movies loved working on
that. All the tentacles and the jaws.
Oh, yeah. There's a little kid, was watching like the old stop-motion Harryhausen films of skeletons fighting and the old Godzilla versus King Kong movies after school. Like that part of that little 12-year-old in me was just like loved working on that section.
So, great. Folks, not to spoil, but you're going to see that rockroach pretty quick in season 2. Maybe even the first episode.
Perhaps.
It's right off the bat.
It might be there, might not.
The sound design for that was really fun, coming up with what does the rockroach actually sound like? How does he, shimmy and all that kind of fun stuff. And we then get to see a little bit of Dugtown, saw some towers with some fires on them, and got to see another location. I showed you this map a minute ago, folks, but another location that is a bit strandery.
Along the Strand.
Along the Strand. Yes, very good. Very good. So lots more to share, folks, but there it is, our first teaser trailer. Now, teaser trailers, are great because it's like, okay, that's where we're headed.
Yep.
And that's great. We have this really cool poster behind us, but what you need now is a proper season 2 poster. So some of you are in the Wing Feather Saga Facebook fan group. If you're not in there, jump in. But you got to be, you got to be in. You got to be a fan. You got to be ready to go because you're going to be seeing a lot of cool stuff. We did a cool thing back, I think it was in December, but we shared some poster ideas, what we thought season 2 poster ideas might be, and you guys voted on them. And there was one poster that got the most comments and votes, and so we advanced that to a final. And we are so excited to show you the brand new season 2 release poster. Oh, wait, hold on. I can't start yet. I forgot. So this is the release poster. People have asked, wait, what do you mean? So March 2022, we released our very first poster. And it was this blue poster, there it is, that was, what will Wing Feather Saga be like? It'll be something like this. Teaser, right? Just an idea. Fast forward, we then created the season 1 release poster. And many of you saw this. It's maybe on some of your homes. And the season 1, there it is, with the family surrounded by the fangs in the forest of Glipwood. Inkeljelly Manor rising in the back. And then, of course, we had our season 2 release poster, or season 2 teaser poster, which is behind us. Many of you have seen this for a while. Family at the edge of great waterfalls, right? This kind of thing. And so now, it is time to show you we have a cool motion way to do this. Season 2 release poster. Check this out. There we are. Season 2 poster. Dun, dun, dun. And look, we have one in person right here. It's slightly depth of fielded out, but people. Thank you for checking these out and voting this one as your favorite. We had some amazing artists. Christopher Doling worked on this, and of course, Garrett Taylor, our art director, just brought it home. It is so cool. Lots to unpack here, lots of characters. We thought this really cool way to show it to you of, kind of keying in on these different scenes. So you will know, if you've read the books, what some of these scenes represent. One of the most amazing characters that ever to take the screen, of course, is the Florid Sword up there in the corner, who we haven't announced yet, that voice, but soon. It's recorded and done, but we just we haven't told you who it is yet, though. And it's
not like we
really
haven't
cool.
decided.
Emery says, "So beautiful, perfect. You guys are great." Thank you. So cool. I love the bridge thing underneath, because you get like both versions of what's going to happen to our characters. Keith, you grew up in Buffalo, New York.
I did, yeah.
Near Niagara Falls, and so we both have spent some time there. You way more than I did, knowing what Great Waterfall can do.
Yes. Yeah. It's a presence.
Yeah. So we decided that should be a key visual here in this one. Very, very excited. Some folks we showed this poster to were like, "Whoa, does season 2 look like that?" And on one level, it's stylized. Does Janner's blade glow? Like, no, it is stylized a bit. But yes, the visual kind of, as you've seen in the teaser just now, does come up quite a bit. We really have figured out some things that you guys have grown with us, and we're so thankful for that. JCT says, "I love the Florid Sword." I agree. There is versions of this you will see. This is the cool widescreen version, kind of slightly reorganized to give you another look at it. It's super cool. General Crack back there. Claxton up there on his own. And, of course, Merrily, really important character as the series goes on. Pete no longer has socks. He's got his claws revealed. It's great. Yeah, lots to love there. So there it is.
This poster, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, my gosh. Again, 12-year-old me vibes.
Yeah.
Because it's got that kind of a classic 1980s arrangement.
Yeah.
It sparks a little bit of the crossover between the Goonies and the old Star Wars posters, and just had that visual punch and just the arrangement on it. And Garrett nailed it. I mean, he
slaved over it, folks. I can't even tell you how many colors and shades and things he pushed. And so thank you, Garrett Taylor, for that. Hey, You know what we have to tell you tonight? This is so exciting. Guess what? That poster is available to purchase right now. wingfeathersaga.com/store. The poster is in stock. What? I'm so proud. Our crew just whipped it out, man. So while
just
you're there looking for the
buy.
Valentine stuff, be sure to go find that poster. And you can have this really cool season 2 poster on your wall. I'm going to keep this one here. All right. There it is. Teaser trailer, new poster. What's your questions? Throw those questions in the comments. We'd love to answer some of those here tonight. We do not have a specific release date. So I'm going to tell you right away. It's coming up near Easter, close around there. Shall be season 2. We have a premiere date coming up and lots of cool stuff. So we're going to be talking to you guys more regularly in our live streams. But we can take other questions around the series. But the release date is forthcoming. Just going to put that out there right now. What we would love for you to do, if you've just watched this teaser trailer and thought it was great, go ahead and grab YouTube, find the link, and share that link to a friend. If you have somebody who has watched the series and enjoyed it, show them that new teaser trailer. If you have somebody who maybe you've told about Wingfeather, but they're like, I don't know, send that to them. See what they think. grab it, text it to them, email it to them, whatever you got to do. We'd love for you guys to help amplify this. We're going to be working over the next few days to really share it with everybody we know. And so please do that. Fizz, or it says, will the episodes come out all at once or one episode per week? One episode per week we think is the best experience. Dumping them at once kind of reduces the ability to talk to your friends between episodes. And of course, last season we had to do it every other week, and that was largely because of production. But as you can tell from my earlier diatribe, we've been working very hard and fast on this, and we want to have it week by week. So that's kind of why we've been waiting for it, honestly, just kind of making sure we could stack them up and then be able to go every week once we start. So, yeah, there you go.
Last year was a bit more of a we finished it, did a few things for about 70 hours, and then you guys watched it.
Yeah, it was really fast.
That's a little quick in this business. We generally like to have a couple of weeks between when we finish it and people can do things with it, and then you see it.
Yep. Song stress. Is that like being song stressed? Or are you going to go to the ice prairies in season 2? Thank you for asking. We are not. We're going to see the ice prairies. We're going to see them at some distance, but we won't actually go to them just yet. That will be part of our season 3 adventure.
Yeah, it'll be you'll catch a glimpse of them. Yes,
significant part of our season 3 adventure. Let me just tell you,
all of it.
It's almost all of it is ice and snow.
I was going to say it's all ice and snow.
Yeah. So the question is about season 3. Season 3, we have been working on it. We've got it. It's in pre-production. Animatics are being made, and production is out there. We hope to start over the summer. Some of that depends on season 2 and how much you love it. If you love what we're doing, come on, support the show. It's like a public radio or that sort of thing, where it's like, if you love what you are watching in our show, you can support it. Pay it forward. Okay. And you can also go buy some merch. These are ways that keep the show growing and being alive. So yeah, we're thankful for that. But yeah, season 3, we're working on it right now. And as to say, episodes 1 and 2 are basically ready in animatics, and 3. And Keith here is actually directing on one of the episodes in season 3.
Episode 4.
So yeah, episode 4, which is a big one.
There's things that happen.
It's a big one. Yeah. But yeah, the ice prairies are a big part of season 3. Season 2, we're going to spend some time in the fork factories. We're going to spend time, of course, as you saw, around the River of Blap and Fingap Falls and all that sort of stuff. Pandora Torres says, how long are the episodes going to be? Same as season 1, with about a half hour. So meaning some of them are as short as like 24, 25 minutes. Some are more like 28 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We're kind of based on what the episode needs to be.
Yeah. The great thing about streaming is we're not constrained into that 22-minute window with commercial breaks. So we make it work for the pace of the show, whatever the show needs to be. We don't want to add filler, just add filler. But we also don't want to cut it short because, the clock's ticking. If we need to let it breathe, we let it breathe.
That's right. Maddie says, how many episodes will there be in this season? There are a total of 7. So 7 episodes. Yeah, I'll look at us with our fingers. It's funny, I went 3 and 4. It's interesting how we both counted differently, but we got to the same number. I'd have to take my socks off for the other one. All right, so 7 episodes, which gives a total of 13 episodes. In Wing Feather Saga animated series, which is really incredible.
Almost 6 hours of show.
It's a lot. It's a lot to make. Will season 2 finally mean Lego sets? We would love to do that. And I know you guys have seen, there's a couple builders out there that have done some like Igby Cottage and these that we would love to do. It's on the map. I think you have to have a certain size of kind of audience and engagement with merchandise and so forth to really get that. But trust me, it's on our map. We've, I think someone on our team has actually even reached out to say, hey, can we do
lots of ideas and lots of potential there. It's just, you got to get big enough to get on Lego's map.
Yep. You'll notice favorite TV shows, favorite movies or something. When was it before the Lego set come out? And it's usually a few years. It's not something that comes quickly. Television kind of grows in this kind of a brand thing at a slow pace. William says, Stan, what's your favorite part of making this season? I don't know. What's your favorite part?
I just have a hoot every day just working with our team.
Yeah.
Because we're just solving problems and inventing really cool looking stuff. And My favorite part, though, is when it all comes together. It's still for me at the end of it all, when all the work from all these different people come in, and then I do a lot of the camera work at the end myself, and that's really fun. It's where you can just kind of go through and everything's there and it's all built, and I get to just kind of fly around with the camera a little bit and just get these little extra moments. I feel like I'm just playing around in a toy box that other people have given me the world's best toys. That's super fun.
Which is layers, as I said earlier, layers upon layers of people adding to the process. Animation is such a collaborative form, and all of our people on Wing Feather Saga work for us. So we're not like hiring some studio someplace. These are all people that we know firsthand and talk to them, and they're all devoted to making the show awesome, which is incredible. Not everybody gets that. A lot of folks, you send your thing to some team somewhere, and they make it as part of a contract, and then it comes back to you.
Yeah, our relationship with our team has grown through the couple of years, and we've grown close, and there's a great admiration I have a huge admiration for our team, the animators, our assembly people, our artists, sculptors, all of them, our background painters, our designers, story people, all of them. It just, everybody is throwing in. I have this thing where if someone is enjoying their work on the show, it shows up on the screen.
Yeah.
And all I see every week is joy and love showing up on the screen, because everybody really seems to enjoy
across all the disciplines. I mean, it's like from the animators, just the way that they devote themselves to the performance, the voice performers, which you're going to hear from in a minute. We have a really fun video to end our live stream tonight of some of our kid cast reacting to the same 2D trailer you did. But they are fully into it. All the adult actors, everybody, all the way through the process, every background painter, like they're just like finding little bits to add. And I think that's really fun. On my seat as showrunner is that people are adding to what we're doing. We're not doing it and then, sometimes it's reductive. It's like everybody's like, how can I plus it? How can I make this better? And it's pretty special. I saw a comment. How many animators were there on our team? So season 2, we 15?
About 16 or 17 at peak.
So some came on at different parts, and then they had to go off to other jobs they had. So it's the nature of contract stuff that they're hired on for this date and they finish up at this date. So staggering overlap there. But yeah. That was our team. So small. I think that's that question is how big or how small. We're always working on how fast to get you episodes. We want to go as fast as possible, but there's a point when you go too fast and suddenly episodes get too expensive. And you can also go too slow and they get too expensive. But in our case, we've had like season 1 took a lot out of Keith and myself, I'll be honest. It was a lot of personal, hard lifting to get everything going. And season 2 has had to have a marathon pace. We sprinted hard in season 1 and needed to keep ourselves healthy and make sure that our wives knew our names, that kind of thing. And so season 2 has been a steadier pace. And season 3, we want to keep it that pace, but maybe go a little quicker so you're not waiting as long for season 3. We'll see.
I mean, a typical like a big film that you'll see is going to have 70 to 100 animators who just do. And when we say animators in the business, those are just people who are doing character performance. I know a lot of times folks say, how many animators? They're asking how many artists.
Sure.
Because there are people who don't do motion or performance, but they're contributing to the scene, like the background painters. We have the layout people. We have people who are doing assembly in the engine, who are doing lighting and color. Those people who model the characters and people who paint the textures for them and the environments and all these things. So how many artists? Like Chris says, when we're at full speed, we're up to right around 75 people, but the number of people who are engaged in performing the characters is about 17 to 18 this year.
Yep. There it is. All right. Any other questions we have out there? These are good questions. I like them. Yeah. Cool. Well, did you guys upgrade the animation of the characters? It's a complicated question he's asking there, but here's the thing. When we started our, kind of painterly style, this kind of abstract where everything kind of feels like a storybook, we were doing varying frame rates and slower frame rates at times, to which people noticed, obviously, the characters moved a little stop motion-y, right? And we ultimately decided that we wanted to kind of find a smoother version of that. And so in animation vernacular, we are on 2s mostly for season 2. Season 1 kind of settled in there
towards the end.
Yeah. So, but we now are doing some really cool variable frame rate, very similar to Spider-Verse. If you've watched that, any of you animation nerds, if you slow down and you frame by frame, you can see they're doing a lot of variable frame rate as well. I didn't look at Ninja Turtles. I think they were all on 2s.
It was pretty straightforward 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even a little slower because some of their fast motion was pretty staccato.
Yeah. It was in that area where we noticed it the most, in the action sequences, where it felt like we need more information there for people to kind of get the idea. And just like a storybook illustration, there are parts of the illustration you let fade off, and other parts of the illustration you really hone in on.
Yeah.
And so we determined our characters are the heart and soul of our story. So let's hone in on that, make sure that that's reading as well as it can within the style that we're in.
So some of you who are huge Wing Feather fans, I know you're going to do a breakdown of this teaser trailer. Go and see if you can count what our frames per second are per shot, because they do vary. Great one. Eddie. Hey, Eddie. I love the way this team is built and works together.
Me too.
Shows in the product. Thank you, Eddie. It is the coolest thing to have, people that you're paying at a fair rate, engaging in healthy practices. It's really important to us that, some of you may have seen that some of our favorite animated feature films, when they finish, you'll hear from the crew of just how hard it was and some of the labor intensity, maybe even crossing to abuse that some experience. And that's common in our industry for animation, and we don't want that. We want to keep everybody working hard, making the stuff we want to make, but we don't want to break people and hurt their families. And so it is important, Eddie, how we work together.
It's as important as everything else we do, because it's no good telling a great story about families if we have to destroy families or harm families in the making of it.
Yep. So again, thanks for your support because of our crowdfunding and everything else you're doing. You've enabled us to do that, to crew up and make a great show that our crew likes working on the show, which is really sweet. Emma says, Chris, who's your favorite character showing up in season 2? Honestly, Marilee has become my favorite. She is such an instrumental character for us. If you've read the books, you know that. She's just is great. And what we've got in the performance and some of her characterization, and as we grow with her in season 3 and beyond, she just is wonderful. Right behind that, it's a contest for me between Claxton, Nurgabog, and the Overseer.
Oh,
it's tough. All three brought.
The Overseer is so much fun.
Overseer played by Billy Boyd.
You just love to hate the guy. He's so good.
Yeah, he's fantastic. And then Claxton has some phenomenal just intensity, and he's great. You're going to really love him. And then Nurgabog
she's a hoot.
Holy smokes. You're going to love her.
Yeah.
So I'd say Marilee, though, is my favorite. And I love her introduction. We were just watching some footage of hers.
Yeah.
Her first showing up in the series. And it's great. Where's Mikau?
Where's Mikau?
All right. Will we see the Fang development in season 2? Well played. Well played, Rebecca. Nicely done. Yes. Episode 5, I believe. Yep. And it's troubling. The Fangs are troubling in episode 5. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. We've actually, in season 3, we've seen more Fang development. Also troubling. That's all I can say. No spoilers. Okay.
We don't cheat on our bad guys.
No.
When it comes to our show.
And bad choices. I mean, I think what I love about Wing for the Saga in the books, and, reading the books over the years, and then now getting to make the animated series, is there are characters who do make bad choices, and the consequences are difficult. And so in season 2 and 3, we see those consequences, and it hurts. Judson. Hey, Chris. Will season 2 be as action-packed as season 1? Thank you, Judson, for saying that. Season 1, for me, it was a slow build, right? We started off in episode 1, like, where are we? Okay, that was cool. There was a sea dragon. That was weird. Episode 2, okay, now we're going to play some Zibsy. We're kind of getting into it. Episode 3, whoa, bad things start happening, right? And then episode 4, and then 5, and it just kind of hammers out to the end, right? Season 2 is almost inverted, where it starts off just explosive, right? Like I said, the rock roach shows up right away. If you got fangs, you got trolls. It's so intense. In episode 2, lots of other things happen. And then it kind of simmers down a little bit. One of the things about thematically in season 1 was it was really about the family coming together to face this disruptive world, right? They were living in a nice home. Things were fine. And then things weren't fine. And they all are now on the run. So it's explosive out the top, and then there is unfortunately some trials that come to them, and they've got to start to face some of these separately again. So it almost like breaks them apart. And so it it is very action packed, but somewhat inversely, and then somewhat singular, where it's the whole family facing big armies. It starts to get down into struggles and battles between individuals.
Towards the end, it leans bigger into intrigue and characterization, but there's still some high stakes, heart in your throat moments in episode 7. I'm looking at the stuff today, just looking at Animation Daily is coming through, and I'm like, oh, that's effective. And we were I was being a little harder on the animators today, just because I'm like, guys, this is the last episode, so we got to hang, however long the difference is between episodes, season 2 and season 3, whatever that distance is, we got to hang the hearts, hopes, and expectations of all of our fans on this episode. So we got to really nail it. And there's some compelling high stakes stuff there in 7. So it kind of explodes onto the scene, simmers back a little bit, but then starts to ramp up again. And then when we get to 3, it gets weird. Oh boy, howdy. It's something else in season 3.
So amazing stuff tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. Teaser trailer. Thanks for your questions. Those were really good questions. And Keith and I are going to go back at it. We've got a lot of work ahead of us over the next little bit to get the rest of season 2 ready for you, up through the first 3 episodes. Really, we're pretty much ready to get out the door here.
Just about in the can.
Yep. And episode 4 right behind, doing our kind of finishing touches and color grading and checking of audio, all the things that go into the final episode before we show it to you. And there's our amazing new poster. Again, that's available in the store if you want to get it and show all your friends what's about to be unleashed. Just go to wingfeathersaga.com/store and you'll find it in there. And again, reminder that there is this really cool Valentine's Day sale. So if you want to celebrate Valentine's Day by buying some Wingfeather merch, you can do that too. I want to say special thanks to our Angel Studios team, Garrett and his team, for running this live stream tonight. Thank you guys. David, off camera here, helping us look good on camera and sound good. And thank you all for tuning in. To finish our time, we thought it'd be fun to show you this video. We filmed this with our cast earlier, hopped on with our 3 amazing kid actors and showed them the teaser trailer, and don't worry, they didn't see it ahead of time, just showed it clean and got their reactions. And we filmed that and had a little discussion. So we're going to close our time tonight with that, and we will see you all again very soon. Thanks again for tuning in. See ya.
Hello, Wingfeather Saga fans! I'm Alkeo Thiel, and I play Janner on the Wingfeather Saga.
I am Griffin Robert Faulkner, and I play Tink on the Wingfeather Saga.
Hi, I'm Romy Faye, and I play Lily on the Wingfeather Saga.
So this is going to be so much fun. Today we have a brand new teaser trailer for Season 2 of the Wingfeather Saga, so let's get to it.
All the old legends must have begun as ordinary days. Things that simply unfolded as someone went along. It was only afterward, once it was done, that it became...
Giant nugget.
Best character. Like MVP, definitely.
In the words of Vanguard the Scribe, more obvious.
I just want to say, I'm loving my new Lily outfit.
What I mean to say is, if I survive these times, perhaps it will be my lot to scribe what I've witnessed.
The big bug thing, that was crazy.
Pictures on that thing.
A tale of legends come to life. Fangs! Assemble!
Anira is sacked and gone.
We can't stay here.
Wow.
That looks awesome. That looks cool.
Wow, oh my god, like they started out living in this little town and now they're like fighting monsters.
And now they're running for their lives.
It's just so epic.
Yeah, the design on the dragon is just incredible.
What do we do now, Papa?
We stand and fight.
Oh, that's crazy.
It gets me so excited for it.
It's really cool. Especially because when we're recording, do it ourselves, we don't actually, get to hear it like with the other voices. When it's finally animated and all put together and we get to see it, it's just so cool.
Hey guys, Chris here.
Hey, Chris!
Chris!
What's up?
How about that trailer, huh?
Incredible.
Pretty incredible.
Oh man,
It's a piece of magnificent art.
it's so fun.
So
Yeah.
fun.
Gosh, guys, it was almost a year ago that we were recording you guys doing the voices. And now we finally get to see like what it all looks like together. I know a lot of folks know this, but you guys set the foundation of what everybody builds on top of, right? Because your voices inform the animators, inform the design, inform everything that comes after it. I think hopefully this sets the expectation that season 2 will be a little bigger.
A little higher stakes.
You guys remember in season 1, it was like it kind of started off slow and then it kind of just to like a huge climax. This one's kind of the opposite in season 2, where it's like, out the gate. It's not to spoil, but that rock roach that's in the teaser, he's in episode 1. He's right there.
I remember recording that sequence, no idea what to expect, and now seeing it animated, and it's awesome.
We got to talk about this. So this shot, it's late in it's very fast, and it shows you with your foot in the mouth of a cow. I remember reading in the books years ago this idea that like a toothy cow bites your leg, and it was like, yes, I remember recording with you and like, okay, so a toothy cow's got your leg, just whatever, and you did this.
Yell and scream.
Some shots in the teaser of this really important kind of dream sequence vision thing that occurs, like in episode 1 of season 1, when you're with the sea dragon, which generates this cool shot, LKO, of Janner in the water.
Just incredible.
So cool, right?
I swear if I was Janner, I would have a heart attack.
Yeah, he's fairly composed here. He's like, yeah, I'm cool, just sitting here with the giant, it's fine.
Just casually, as you do.
LKO, the fans have been asking, what happened to Sarah, and of course, we get a little.
Got a little peek of that there, yeah.
Also, that guy.
That guy.
The Florid Sword. We haven't announced who he is yet. Do you know that?
If there's a effort sound in that or a line, people do some internet searching.
Voice tracking and say, who is this guy? The other one in here that is just so cool. Ready? Here she is, right there. Marilee.
Here's my haircut.
Oh, what? Look at that. YouTube and hanging out. Matching haircuts there.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, Marilee is a big part of season 2.
Season 3 as well.
And then season 3. And then, of course, there's this huge waterfall. Just this massive waterfall. I have to tell you guys,
so beautiful.
Coming up with how to do water in the show, really hard. In our painterly style and all that.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe how well this turned out for the team. That was really good. Also, okay, I just gotta tell you, don't roam with swords. It's just not good. It's
Probably not a good thing to do, yeah.
We kept asking questions about how they could have certain things with them, and we're like, well, we'll just put it on Nugget. So Nugget has everything.
Yeah.
Got a little jug of milk. He likes to drink milk, Toothy cow milk, particularly if he can get it. There's something different about these horned hounds. You guys notice?
It looks like they've got chains and
yeah. So these are actually battle horned hounds.
Wow.
But who do they work for?
Oh, that's
someone. They work for someone, definitely.
Secret until the episodes are released.
Well, guys, I'm excited. Season 2, it's coming really soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So excited.
Thanks for jumping on today and having a look at this with us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Well, until next time, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. See you soon.
Fast to sleep.